right, so with law of cosines, again, we are not dealing with a right triangle, so we cannot use SOHCAHTOA. We are going to use law of cosines. There's 3 different formulas, but the formulas are very similar. You see the side C and you see the angle C, and then the A and the B are the other 2 sides. Angle big B and then side little b is over here by itself, and then A and C are the other 2 sides. Same here, match with the side A and the big angle A. So that's the way the formula works, and it just depends on what information you're given, which one you use as your angle, and then of course how you set it up from there. So it says to use law of cosines when you don't have a pair, meaning opposites. And you're using law of sines, choose the smallest angle. So with law of sines, you want to choose the smallest angle. Sines, smallest. Each triangle has at most one obtuse angle, which corresponds to the longest side. When using the sine function, always yield an angle between negative 90 and 90 degrees. Okay, well that seems like a reflection on what we did for sine, and we'll be talking about that soon. So let's look at number 1. Find the missing parts of this triangle, ABC. And they tell us A, they tell us little b or side B and side C. As you can see, we don't have a pair. If I have angle A, I need side A if I want to use sine. I don't have that, so I'm labeling my A, my B, and my C. I don't have an opposite. I do not know what little a is, but I do know what little b is. So opposite of big B is 25 inches. Opposite of angle C is side 32 inches, which is bigger. So this angle should be bigger than this angle. Okay, find the missing parts, which means I need to find angle B, angle C, and side A. I'm going to start with finding side. Well, no, I should probably start with an angle. I'll find side A first, since I know everything there is to know except for side A. So here we go. Little a is what I'm trying to find. And I know angle A, so A squared equals. And then I do my B squared plus C squared. And then I'm taking away 2 times the 32 times the 25 times the cosine of big A, which happens to be 48 degrees. So as you can see, all of this will be typed into the calculator. Once I have that value, I will then take the square root of that value. Since I'm dealing with a triangle, I'm not worried about plus or minus, positive or negative, because my side of my triangle must be positive. So here we go. We type all of that in. I also need to make sure I am in degree mode. I am not, so I'm going to change that to degree mode. Hit enter. I get this lovely number that is not my side length. I have to take the square root of 578.39 and some change. So that I don't round, I'm going to hit second square root, second answer. So taking the square root of the answer, I will get, now I will approximate to about 24 inches. Okay, I love finding side lengths when I know the other 2 sides and the angle. It's when I go to find the next angle that I'm going to choose the quickest and easiest route. So I want to use law of sines, but we had a warning up here. If you're going to use law of sines, you need to use the smallest, or try to find, it says choose the smallest angle. Well, I don't know what the smallest angle is, or do I? I actually do. 48 is the angle that gives me 24 inches, which is the smallest side. Therefore, this is the smallest angle. Angle B will be slightly larger, and angle C will be the largest. So I'm going to use law of sines. So the sine of 48 degrees over the 24 inches is equal to, and I'm going to find the smallest angle comparison. So I'm going to go with B. I'm going to leave angle C. It's the largest. So sine of big B all over 25. As you can see, these should be very similar or close to the same value. All right, we are going to take sine inverse of, so I multiply by 25, sine of 48 divided by 24. So again, you can cross multiply, divide by 24, and then do the sine inverse. That will give me angle B. Let's type that in and see what we get. Sine inverse of 25 times the sine of 48 in parentheses, division 24, in parentheses. About 50.7 degrees. And at this point, if I know this angle and this angle, I can find the third angle, angle C. So if I have a 48 and I have a 50.7, I can figure out what those two are together. So 98.7, take that away from 180. And that gives me 81.3 degrees for angle C.